Hey guys! Welcome back to our channel. Ako nga pala si Clarice at kasama ko ngayon ang aking mga ka-arky na sina Lindsay at Peter. For today's video, we'll be featuring ang isang building sa Holy Angel University to discuss about some important components ng structural engineering, particularly beams, slabs, and columns. Tara!
Kung kayo ay architecture or engineering student, construction enthusiast, or mga curious lang sa building, this video is for you.
We'll explain kung paano din-design ng mga ito, ano ang mga different types, at syempre ang pros and cons ng design process. Tara, samahan nyo kami.
Para sa unang topic, let's talk about beams.
A beam is a structural element na nagsusupport ng load na nakapatong perpendicular sa load niya. Ang task ng beam is to resist bending at mag-carry ng weight from floors, roofs, or walls.
Isang halimbawa ng beam ay ang makikita natin dito sa Don Juan building ng Holy Angel. May dalawang klase ng beam, ang singly reinforced beam at doubly reinforced beam.
Ang singly reinforced beam ay may reinforcement or steel bars sa ilalim, kung saan nangyayari ang tension para hindi mag-bend. Ito usually ang ginagamit sa mga maliliit na structures. Ang doubly reinforcement beam naman, may reinforcement both sa taas at sa baba. This type is used kapag mas mataas ang load o bending forces. Karaniwan ito sa mga malalaking structures.
Para naman sa design process, it involves several steps. Una, identify the dead and live loads. Select the appropriate beam size based on the load. Calculate the required steel reinforcement for bending and shear. And lastly, ensure the beam doesn't deflect excessively under load. So ano naman ang mga pros and cons ng beam design? Para sa pros, madali i-design, cost-effective for short to medium span, at okay sa residential at small commercial buildings. For cons naman, hindi ideal for large spans without extra reinforcement at material intensive for heavy loads.
Next, let's talk about slabs. Ang slab naman ay horizontal structural element na nagsusuporta ng load tulad ng floors o roofs. Isang halimbawa ng slab ay makikita natin dito sa Don Juan building. May dalawang klase ng slabs ang commonly ginagamit. Ito ay ang one-way slab at two-way slab. Ang one-way slab ay designed para mag-carry ng load sa isang direction lang. Supported ito sa dalawang opposite sides, and usually ito ay ginagamit sa mas simpleng structures like small rooms or corridors. Ang two-way slab naman ay supported sa apat na sides kaya ang load ay distributed in two directions. Ginagamit ito sa mas malalaking spaces tulad ng office floors o parking garages kung saan ang load ay evenly distributed. Ang design process ng slab ay medyo similar lang din sa beam design. Una, calculate the dead and live loads. Decide between a one-way or two-way slab based on span and support. Calculate reinforcement for two-way slab, two directions, or one-way slab, one direction. Ensure the slab can handle the load without excessive bending. So ano ang pros and cons ng slab design? Pros, one-way slabs are cost-effective for smaller spaces while two-way slabs offer better stability for larger spaces and are versatile for various constructions. Cons naman, two-way slabs are more expensive and time-consuming to design due to extra reinforcement, and they're not ideal for very large spans without special design considerations.
Last but not the least, let's talk about columns.
Ang column naman ay vertical structural element na nagtatransfer ng load from beams at slabs papunta sa foundation. May dalawang main factors na dapat isipin when designing columns, ang height at ang type ng reinforcement.
Isang halimbawa ng column ay makikita dito sa Don Juan building. Ang columns ay pwedeng maging short or long.
Ang short column ay may height na relatively small kumpara sa cross-section niya. Mas madali itong i-design kasi compression lang ang nangyayari. Ang long column may height significantly mas malaki sa cross-section. Ito ay prone sa buckling kaya dapat careful tayo sa design nito.
Tapos, meron din tayong tied column at spiral column.
Ang tied column ay may hoops or ties na nagsusuporta sa vertical reinforcement kaya simpler ito i-design. Ang spiral column gumagamit ng continuous spiral reinforcement kaya stronger siya lalo na sa under high loads.
Designing a column involves these steps. Determine the load the column will carry. Choose the size and shape based on the load. Calculate the reinforcement amount and placement. For long columns, check for buckling risk. Finally, ang pros and cons ng column design. Pros: mas madaling i-design ang short column habang ang spiral column naman ay stronger, lalo na sa high loads o sa mga seismic zones. Cons: ang column ay mas complex i-design at kailangan ng extra stability consideration habang ang spiral column naman ay mas mahirap i-construct at mas mahal.
So ayan, na-share na namin ang overview ng beams, columns, and slabs. At pati na rin ang kanilang design process. Whether you're dealing with singly reinforced beams, two-way slabs, or spiral columns, mahalaga ang understanding ng loads at materials. At also yung best practices sa bawat component.
Kung gusto nyo naman ng more in-depth tutorials, just comment down below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!
Bye!